Happy New Year's. All right. This video is going to be focused on more of the foundation work. And what I did not notice is when we did the LFL video, they had 10 teams. So I thought, okay, I think they're all good, right? No, they do not have all the teams at all. So what we're going to do is we're just going to cover what we can cover today, I guess. And then as they add more teams, whether it's on Leaguepedia or Sheep Esports, then we will, successfully add them to the list. So I said I was going to do LVP, so we'll kind of go right into it, right? Barca Esports, Selenix. Don't know this guy. Name is not familiar at all to me. What is this? Oh, interesting. Iberian Cup SL qualified. LVP SL second division. Top laner. That's like fine. Mbessa, Aurora, Gnar, Gwen. Cassante and Mbessa. Jeez, this guy lost on every Cassante game. Wow, he got he got pretty screwed, huh? His CS per minute was not great. I mean, for Jace, it's bad if Jace is like lower in some ways. Cassante, it's like, it's okay. The Scion, it's okay. Scion should be higher than normal tanks as well, just because he gains the benefit of HB stacking, right? Gwen. I mean, it's like the pool's okay. I mean, it's like fine. It kind of sucks that he didn't get a win on Rumble. And his damage is like naturally on Aurora, like, yeah, it's a bit higher because it's probably lane harassing. Same with this guy and same with this guy. But somehow his Rumble's only 416, which is pretty bad. Low key. It's pretty bad. Oh no. Peak Challenger, plays Challenger, 1200 games, which is always not bad. What is he playing solo queue? Gragas. Jace, Gnar. Plays bunch of Poppy. I mean, it's always cool to see Poppy and Akali a little bit. He did practice Rumble, but I guess it's kind of shit. I'm not like in love with this at all. I'll be honest. Not loving with this at all. Can I figure out his age? Does this say what his age is? No. Well, based on experience, he's been playing for... He had a gap year. So in 2022, after playing on this team, he had 2-year gap. Then he came back and made it. So he's been at it for a little bit. I don't know. I'm not really enthralled by it. So I might leave him off. Selenix. Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't really excite me at all. Coldo. So, the name sounds kind of familiar. 25. Just average splits, I guess. Carmine Corp versus Koi. Nidalee, huh? Well, that's always kind of interesting. See someone playing Nidalee. I'm kind of mostly just seeing, again, CS per minute. It's always like kind of the most interesting thing. Just because like I like seeing KP percentage. I mean, I could look it up too. Like another option you can do while doing all this is I could look up this. Oh lordy. And honestly, I could do it off this too, right? Because at least with this, I can see kill participation, so 75%. And maybe I should start using that for this. Because usually like Leaguepedia is like kind of good enough just to do like a base. But if it doesn't have enough information, maybe for supports and junglers, I should be doing this. Hmm. I mean, I highly doubt it's really something I would pay attention to, per se, but I'll just put it down for now. Just like, because like, I mean, I don't really know the player either, so it'd probably be worthwhile just to check it that, wow, that guy got what? This guy got shit on last year. 22, played on this team because they promoted. 10th place. Huh. 1,300 plus games, which is always nice. Still maintaining Challenger. And he plays what? Aurora, but negative win rate Aurora. Lux. Mal. Ooh. Mm. Mm. I don't know who he is, so it's like, I might have to put him down anyways. Dude, I don't know, man. What is his CS per minute? So the only... where is this shit? Go to here. Oops. Not mean to do that. Ah, hell no. It's off the list. I mean, like, CS per minute's pretty terrible, and you're playing mages where, like, you need to actually do well. And so, yeah, it's just, no. Legless, I know the name. He can definitely be here. For sure. I can just look him up anyways, right? But yeah, he's been like fine. You know, he's been on some decent teams and stuff like that. So like I don't have to really do too much for him. Obscure. I don't. He was on Bisons. Holy shit. He was on that Bisons team. Same with Legless. Huh. Man, I do not remember that guy at all. I only remembered the other players on that team, not him. 800. $1,200. It's like okay. 1,200's okay. Law and Nautilus. A lot of playmakers. And then, of course, we got naturally the Senna. Does not have a Bard or Nico. I'll put him down. Obscure. Like, it seems like there's no Bard or Nico. But, it's not too bad. Antonio. What? That's not like the top laner, right? Oh my god, it is. Okay. Mano low. What's up? Manolo Gap? Manolo Gap? Manolo Gap? He plays a fuck ton of solo queue. Like a lot of solo queue, which is interesting. Ton of Mbessa, good amount of Rumble, Jace. Then suddenly Scion Cho'Gath. I mean, Scion is good. Cho'Gath is like kind of... It could be when Cho'Gath was like OP for a bit. Cho'Gath was just a stupid champ. I like that he has a lot of practice on the new champ, just like to observe and see how it is. Seems interesting. Playing in different leagues, but actually did pretty well. Stats. CS per minute's okay, not amazing. This is like fine. His Yon is terrible, I guess, which is again fine. Now that's some rumble damage, dude. That's some rumble damage. Okay. That's interesting enough for me. I'll put a yellow next to his name. I'm not putting Antonio. Like, there's absolutely zero interest in that. So, Mini Duke. I guess we don't know too much about, but he also, I mean, he's been playing for a fucking century, so he's definitely a veteran. Mini Duke. Plays on a ton of different accounts, but his solo queue numbers are terrible. Like, actually terrible. Nah, fuck it. I don't care. I don't know him, though. Mini Duke. I'm just gonna put a red. I mean, he could be playing the game, but, you know, it's the best I could do for now. Yes, we have Flackett back in this. Obviously, he's always interesting. Attila, that sounds familiar. Attila. Well, I'll be honest. No, I'm sorry. If you're stuck in tier 2 and you're 29, the chances of you ever being picked up... This is a Korean top. I think this is the guy that, I remember watching him. It's just been a bit. I need to look at his tournament results. Yeah. I remember this team. Okay. Because this was when I was scouting back then, too. He was fine, but he was not a standout to me that, like, warranted enough interest. In the end, there was just better players to get, like, opportunities. Call Me had, like, a really good tournament. Sounda was, like, a top 4 jungler in the LCKCL during that time. Vital was fine. HH was actually pretty good. So, yeah. For sure. And, like, obviously, beating this team was, like, crazy. I mean, this was, like... If I recall, this was the Lucid team still. Perhaps. I can't remember. I think it was the Lucid team still. Which was... They were, like, a solid team. So, yeah. He has good experience. I mean, he would be put in the veteran... the veteran sense. He doesn't have accounts for me to really depend on. But yeah, I mean, 8.3 CS per minute across the board. You know, when you see Jace, he actually does farm on Jace, which is, again, something you want to see. On Scion, you can see it's a little bit higher. So the numbers are higher. He's doing good damage. Like, yeah, I mean, sure, he will be interesting. Naturally, he will be interesting. Is that, was it, he's 23 or 22? 22. March is basically 23. Douglas, I mean, I'll put him down, but it's just like, if he hasn't evolved enough from how he was looking way back then he's not really worthwhile. So Mercy 9 he played in TCL. And he had a time with SL, and he played with Douglas as well, and Kaiser. And they did decent. From Turkey Academy to TCL. $1,100, so 1,000 plus games, so it was a good sign. Silas Yon. Okay, so he's a melee player with some playmakers, which is very interesting. I mean, and like that's for sure very interesting. I'm gonna look at his other thing, but for now I'm just gonna put him down because it's like he's had what 2 runs, so he's technically feels like a veteran in tier 2, which would be correct. I mean, after 2 years of playing in that league, you should feel like a veteran. Like it'd be no different if I played 2 years. My freshman and sophomore year in varsity for my sport. And yeah, by the time I'm a junior, I probably should be more of in a leadership role because I've been at it. But it's like your first year in varsity and you're a junior, like, yeah, you might not be that. And then your senior year, you're kind of more, yeah, that way. But I'm always interested in, like, melee players are very interesting. And same with just, like, playmakers. So let's just look at the stats and see what's up real quick. I mean, the CS per minute's really good. It's good. I mean, he's interesting. I don't need to look too much into it. He's interesting. Lure sounds familiar. My brain's not wrapping around it. Some HLE challengers, huh? Dude, I do not remember this guy. He's probably decent though. Low key. Cause I remember the roster. That roster was pretty good, the 2023 roster. Brewster and then Grizzly. Grizzly was insane when he actually came into LCK challengers. And then he went to LCK where I mean he just couldn't figure it out, which is, I mean, it's fine. Like LCK, from LCK challengers to LCK is like a huge gap. I mean, he farms. He definitely farms. It's not bad. Does he have a lot of games or no? He probably does because he's been in Korea longer. Plays Viego jungle. His off roll. That's kind of funny. Yeah, I mean, he's what? 22? So he's gonna be like 23. I mean, I could just put down 22 for now, but yeah, I mean, he would be I mean, it's always just interesting, I guess, just to pay attention to see if he has it still, right? And how it looks in a new environment. Usually the first year when players come over is when like they have like their greatest performances and it kind of slows down from there. This is a support who actually could be a talent, which is interesting because a lot of the supports are older. Sorry, I shouldn't say talent. Prospect plays a ton of Bard. That's already really interesting, actually. A ton of Rakan. Dude, that's interesting. That's very interesting. He played in TCL and he won it. Same roster. Huh. He's got experience. He's got experience with success. Huh. He probably would still be viewed as a prospect to me. Yeah, I probably view him as a prospect still. Raul, Leona, oh, you know what I should do? So heavy participation. Yeah, man. Seems interesting. I mean, like, these are definitely picks. Like, I'll tell you right now for support. You know, like I said, how with top laners and certain other positions, you will have skilled champions that if they play and do well on, you can typically transfer that into other interesting, like other like simpler champions. And so for support, some of like the most, if you look at the highest level, especially with Kiara, the picks that you would see are like Nico, Bard, Poppy. Like Poppy literally had to get banned constantly because it's just, if you know what you're doing with that pick as support, it is OP. Like it is very annoying to deal with. So very interesting. Night Slayer. This is like the youngest player by far. This is like one of the youngest players we've actually seen. 17. Ukraine. He played. Really? He played in the first division of PRM? Huh. He actually did decent too. He even won an Iberian Cup with a pretty decent team. And he's only 17 still? What? Holy fucking shit. 2,700 games? Holy shit, this guy. Holy shit. Holy shit. Wow. Wow. Okay. I mean, I don't need to look at much more, bro. Like, holy shit. I mean, like, I don't know what to say. When you see things like that, obviously, you know, if you were paying attention to this guy a year or two ago, you would already be on him, right? And you'd be building a relationship with him. For me, again, like I said, since I've been out of it and not really paying attention to these spaces, seeing that, if like that's the first time you've seen that, you're instantly going, I mean, that's the guy I just want to confirm if he's good or not. Because I have this level of dedication and success already is pretty damn exciting. Time. I don't know. Oh, yeah. I could just go straight to here. It's still Frescoe. Still 13. I mean, it's just the same roster. Are they just running it back? Oh, Murtis. Yeah, they're just running it back. Time. That's probably their little golden goose if Mern doesn't get more consistent in this next year, and then they would actually. I mean, I would definitely replace him with that guy. Plays Lee Sin. Really high CS per minute, by the way. Like really high, even for lead. Like that's really good. Can't win on Vi, which means he might have issues with engaging. And he doesn't really play anything that does practically engage besides Wukong. So that's something to just note, that he might be weak in that area. 700, it's just 700 games, kind of light. Pretty light amount of games, to be honest. Especially if you're on a good, well-backed team like Koi. It's a little weak. Oh, it doesn't want to load anymore? Of course. Ah. There you go. So he plays a lot of Lee. He actually wins on Vi in solo queue, but he can win with Vi on comp. I'll be honest. I'm gonna put him down, but I'm not like enthusiastic about what I'm seeing. Also, for mids, I mean, like you could still put Frescoey, but like I don't really have much interest in that at all. 13. This guy basically just played with Koi, and that's it. His other teams he played with. Wait. Oh, okay. So this guy has very limited experience. Don't know much about him. 900, 1100, 1400. I mean, he's approaching the 2K mark for games, which is always good. He's not playing right now for a bit. Still fine. Kaisa, Callista, again, another big one. Aphelios, also another really interesting one to see being played. Most people don't have an Ezreal, so like an actually good Ezreal, you know? Kind of weak. 8.42. It's a little weak. Zaya, he did well on. Varus, pretty bad. Kaisa, pretty bad. Sivir, extremely bad. Okay. So, he would go under here. 13, 20. Like 1 year experience. But he has a Callista. Right? Murtis, I know I've heard this name. When I was looking into him, he was in LFL Division 2 and he was like 17 during that time. Obviously now he's older and hopefully he's actually gotten better. I don't really know if that's the case. I mean, based on his success here, it looks pretty awful. The main thing I noticed when I was watching him was like I felt like his decision making was not very good. Naturally, he's 17. But yeah, I didn't really think his decision making was very good. So, yeah, he got crushed. We're just gonna look at everything. So, terrible success on engagers, has a recon. Wow, that is not great to see at all. Ah, man, that is not good to see at all. 1500. It's like 1600. 1700 for a young, inspiring player. It's not bad. It's not bad. Mm. I mean, he plays a lot of Poppy. He plays Elise. There's like, when you get into higher leagues, this would actually become more interesting per se. Because again, that's when you can kind of start taking over in lanes because like it's pretty hard to deal with someone who really knows what they're doing. Well, like both players know what they're doing with double range matchups. But in his current league, he'll definitely see a lot more of the Rel, the Leona, the Alistar. Like he'll be put down, but like it's just like hesitant. Like I'm not like exactly in love per se. Bluezor, I mean I've seen him for ages. Don't care. And Dario, I remember this guy. He's not bad. He's always like almost there, you know, towards like being like someone good. Eskit. Name's familiar. Oh, I just closed out the wrong thing. That's okay. I actually don't know if I remember this guy. Performances were just okay. I don't know if I remember this guy. It's okay. It's not bad. Lacking. It's the CS for it's like okay-ish. And he has like no games. So personally, I don't really care about this guy. Personally, I don't have a lot of feelings towards that guy. Cozy, I don't know if I know this guy. Nope. No, I don't know who this is. I really don't know what Rift Legends is or whatever the case is, but 900 double challenger, huh? 900, about 1,500 games, which is not bad. Double challenger, peaks. Plays Fiora. Plays Jace. Plays some Rumble. Some Renekton, which is always nice to see, because Renekton always comes around and becomes a thing in most metas. Like, you'll just see Renekton just pop out. So that's always nice to like see someone actually practice that, especially if they're playing these other picks. CS per minute is a little shit in some ways. It's a bit shit. Really bad on Rumble. Really bad. Okay. Cozy. Ozzy. This is like not a very brilliant league. I mean, UL. So I'm probably just gonna put down him as a prospect still. And it's just kind of like I'm iffy on it. And then Levi. I don't. Again, name seems familiar. Can't really put a picture to it. Probably don't care. I'll be honest. Like, have you been stuck for this long? Probably don't care. PRM. Some of these I can just do right away. So for this one, irrelevant. I think it's always worthwhile to look into him because he can be a good player. The problem he has is his laning phase can be decent, and he gets on a laning phase, and he doesn't really know how to impact the game as well as he can. And that's where his main faults come from. So, yeah. I mean, Reeker, like, I'll be honest. Like, I can look him up. I kind of just want to leave him off. Is this what he's called now? I mean, I personally, from watching him and everything, I personally don't care about Reeker, but I probably should put him down anyways. Funky, yeah, I know the name. Like, I don't really care. Kaiser, sure. Kaiser, apprehensive, but could be interesting. Fizzachachi, don't care. Afro Boy, sounds familiar. JNX, apprehensive at this point. PoE, I mean, to be honest, it's probably worthwhile to putting down PoE. I don't think he's really interested in coming back per se, but again, could be. Kadoy, right? Apprehensive. I honestly, I didn't even find him to be the most interesting prospect back in 2023 when I was watching him anyways. There was definitely some, like, at least like 5 other ADs that were a higher class than him, but he got an opportunity, did it, like, he just did okay, not like amazing. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not like he's a bad player for this league or anything like that. It's just I don't have a lot of shelf made. Yes, interesting. Yeah, I mean, he just did really well, and that was like kind of like almost his first split, first year. So he's good. Mark Noon. Oops. I mean, I could put him down, but like I don't have a lot of interest in him. Toasty. At this point, he'd be categorized a veteran because this is isn't this his third year? It's funny because I mean he's like a player that I have actually worked with, but I mean he did a full split in an ACL, and then he did another full split. Oh, but he didn't play the whole time here, right? No, he didn't. Okay. He probably still goes under the prospect list then. Toasty, you know, he's a good player. I mean, like, he's grown a lot, especially since he was like 15, 16 when people started getting introduced to him. And he's evolved his leadership capabilities and his comms, and he's very involved in trying to like talk about the game. And he definitely cares a lot. So yeah, if you're like interested in PRM, and especially because now they have a NA import, like he's a guy to look out for. Rin, don't remember. Don't know. I'm gonna have to skip that for now. Vignor, apprehensive. I like this guy a lot in 2023 when I watched him, and he hasn't gotten chances or whatever the case is since then. So yeah, I'm not really sure what to think of him at this point. So it'll be kind of interesting to see it again. Lurox, pretty sure I remember who this guy is. I'll probably have to look him up real quick just to make sure. Abadage, don't give a shit, but I mean, I should put him down regardless on the list just to keep in mind, because like if he does so happen to just do a lot better, yeah, okay, I was right. I probably am not even gonna put him down here then. I want to have these players mixed up actually. Is Funky the guy that was on UOL? Yeah, he was. I just had to look at his picture. I didn't even need to look at. I think this guy was on a NCL team, a British team that actually did well. I believe this is him. Yeah, Dusty, right? Was that the team that did well, or was it Broody? I can't remember, but he actually was not bad. Like he actually kind of held it down a bit in the ball lane. Wow. They actually have no solo queue on him. That's kind of funny, actually. Yeah, this is not bad at all, man. Okay, so he will go in the veterans. Walksy. Apprehensive, but seriously. Pretty sure he's been consistently good in tier 2. White. Don't care for this guy, but I'll put him down anyways. Because he was kind of like, people tried to view him as a prospect back then. I mean, I looked into him and I really didn't like what I saw. So, his name's familiar. Twist? Oh, on the Izzy team. That's how I know him. I watched those promotion matches and everything. Wow. Like 1K. Did he get a challenger 2 times? Only one on Karma and Rakan. Just not... Only one on Enchanters, huh? Oh, no. It's not the most interesting. But I can't... It's been so long since I've seen this person that... I'm gonna put him down anyways. It's just been so long. I can't put a name to it. Or, I can't imagine how his gameplay was from back then. He sounds... I don't think I paid it... I don't think I watched him much when he played back then. I mean, the Annie being sub 8 is like no issue. I can understand Ari being a little bit lower too, though his win rate on her is awful, and yet he picked her so much. But he did put out damage. And he does put out damage like on almost basically everything, which is interesting. Tried playing a Kali. Awful CS per minute. Did terrible. But Yon is like way, 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 way better. And Silas is like okay. But he did win a lot on Silas. I mean, 1,200 plus games is like fine. Not incredible, but it's fine. And he actually plays Cass and Galio. I wonder if he's like actually good on melees outside of like a Kali, or if he is just good at melees, but he doesn't spam it. I don't know. He's always just been on the cusp of like being in mid tier, so I'll probably just put him at because I can't really put a like I said a picture to him, so I don't really know what to say. $22. Played on mouse. Nah, I have no idea what the hell this is. It's okay. 900. Shit. Yeah, that's basically at 2K games, which is great. Especially for top lane, it's really great. Jax, Aatrox, Gwen, and Best. I mean, these are all great champs to just be spamming, to be honest. Which gives me interest to see like what is his second account like, because he has so many games on it. This one has a lot of Aatrox. And he has some York experimented on it. Played a lot of Rumble. A lot of Rumble. CS per minute, it's okay. 8.13, that's not too bad. Actually, this makes me interested now. If I look at his 2015, is his KP percentage high? No. Which is a little surprising because based on some of the things I'm seeing, if you're like, sometimes if your CS per minute is a little bit lower than you think it should be, maybe it means they're very involved or they're trying to make a lot of impacting plays so the KP percentage is higher, but that isn't the case here. Hmm. 23% damage share for top lane is not bad, though. That's not bad at all. Hmm. How many? What does he have? He's kind of a... I mean, he was just playing an EDL back then, which is like kind of whatever. But he did play in PRM. Barely. I mean, he got smashed. I got smashed. Honestly, we'll put him like that. Exofang. Making way through the list. Exofang. 18. So it looks like this is our first outside of Toasty. Well, outside of Toasty and Shelfmate, I guess. Probably one of the youngest players. God, he has so many accounts. So about 1,000. 1,300. Not as much as you would think, honestly. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Twitch Draven, he's that kind of guy, huh? Interesting. When he got Draven, he always won out. He played a ton of Ezreal, which is like a little different than that. CS per minute is like okay, I'm not amazing. Played Callista, half and half. I would say, personally, based on what I'm looking at, he's a prospect, for sure. 18. And I'm apprehensive. Draven main. You have to see how it goes. I mean, like, he could be a really... Like, there's some Draven mains who are, like, really good mechanically and everything. I mean, Draven's not an easy champion mechanically, I guess. But, yeah, I'm not, like... It's not, like, screaming, like, oh my god, get him, you know? But it is interesting because, again, you're looking for prospect lists. So finally seeing one is great. This is their support. Previously from Rainbow Club. 25. One second division in PRM, but outside of that, hasn't really done anything. Which is not the greatest sign. Probably plays just Tankos. Yep, just tanks. Few enchanters, I guess, but like it's nothing crazy. 1,000 games. 1,000 games is like okay, not incredible. It's just okay. Just plays tanks. Has a really good win rate on Karma though, which is funny. No Nico Bard for the most part. Pyraka. I mean, again, because it's so desperate. Rin. Let's keep it moving. Rin. '23. Played with them last year. Oh, sorry, not played with these guys specifically, but played with Heretics and did very well. So he's coming off a very successful season, which means his stats are going to look great, I assume. And if his team is doing this well, his CS per minute should be really good, which, yeah, it is. It's 9.47, which is phenomenal. And he has so many games in this to actually prove it. And, like, so you notice when I said, like, that one guy who was playing 7, I don't remember who it was. It was, like, 7.7 or, like, 8. I think it was, like, 8. You can't have that as Sivir. Like, that... It's the same thing when you're playing, like, Azir or Corki. Like, there's certain picks where, like, you need a Victor. Like, you need to make sure your CS per minute is high. Because that's just good for the champion. If you're playing Ahri, yeah, like getting them lower to be in kill, same with LeBlanc, is like fine. Like you can take a CS per minute hit as long as you're like getting other stuff done. It seems like he did pretty well. I mean, he has a good mix of champions. 800 games, 1,000. Not a big, not as big, not as much solo QC, I would imagine. But it's a shit ton of Corki. A lot of MF. I mean, what was this look? Okay. Ren. What was his history? Like before this? Arabian League. Okay. So I probably put him in here. I'm gonna do like this. Because I don't know much about him. It's not like some of it also it's like the type it picks. The type it picks can be a little lacking. But he's definitely probably one of the more interesting players. What the hell is this guy? Is he a streamer? PRM. So he played on whatever this team is. It's the same thing as this? Not really. He's 23. A lot of rel. I mean, again, there's no discount towards like him playing a bunch of six. Poppy, again, like I said, ooh, bunch of Poppy. That's interesting. Just played 1,000 games, not. And again, they might have accounts they don't have on here, so like I can only make so many. Wow. Just plays a shit ton of Poppy support. I mean, that's pretty fucking cool, actually. That alone already makes me say, like, sure. I assume he streams. No, he doesn't. He just randomly has a picture like that on there. Interesting. Does he have a lot of experience, actually? Not really. No, not really. Honestly, technically, he's one of those players who would actually go under this. Well, that's kind of nice to see that. Sees. It seems familiar, but yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. I kind of remember him. I didn't really care for him. I'll be honest, I didn't really care for him. A lot of Lulu. That's it's a lot of Lulu, man. 700, 1100. I mean, double challenger counts, though, is always kind of cool to see. Bunch of Pike. And a bunch of Elise. Really likes his Lulu, huh? I'm not really sure. I mean, it's not like his team was, like, that bad. Hmm. Hmm. It's not bad. I'll probably just put him down, but not sure. Not sure. I mean, that's usually what you have to say when you look at a bunch of these players, because in the end of the day, you're never really gonna know fully. 21. So 21-year-old jungler being replacing Santorin. Not surprised because Santorin, I don't think he really has too much interest in comp. these days. He probably is missing an account because like there's like no solo queue. It just has okay performances. What do you play in solo queue, man? Pantheon, who was OP. Zyra, I can't play the game. Zenjao, Vi, Viego. Tilia is a good one. I like seeing Tilia. And I also like seeing the Aatrox and Kiana kind of pop up a little bit. But his game volume is so low. Really wide mix of picks. Playing the dominant ones, which is fine. I mean, like, you play whatever's good, right? Can't win on the Fury. That's, like, literally fine. Like, the Fury can be kind of terrible at times. Can win on Maokai is kind of weird. I won't lie. That one's a little weird, not being able to win on Maokai. Even though he has so many games on Zyra, he just, like, never plays it in comp, which makes it kind of a useless pick in solo queue. I mean, I like how I keep exiting out goals out GG, but it's like, hmm. It's like he would be placed in the prospect list, but I'm like not in love. Like, I mean, like, I hope he's missing like 500 solo queue games. I hope he's missing accounts because it's not right. It's not interesting enough to me. Afro Boy. Been on Shulk during that, huh? Okay. Past 1,000 games, which is probably pretty much the bare minimum you want to see. Basically, everything is placed on picks that like are not really the most ideal to be practicing all the time. So that's unfortunate. And then you actually look at his list. Oh wait, no, it's not him. He can't even win on the pick that he plays a billion games on. So his CS per minute is absolutely nuts on it. Actually, his CS per minute is crazy. So this guy, I would say what this guy's best at is that he's best at just literally farming, which makes me interested to see what is his is it low? It's a little low. But his CS per minute is crazy high. So he's one of those guys, and I'm not surprised that on Ivern, like, his win rate's low. I'm not surprised by that at all. Even his Jarvan's at 6.9. Like, what the fuck? I feel like this guy is one of those people who can only... He's probably like Armeo. I feel like that's, like, the kind of jungler I'm thinking he is. I'll put him down. I mean, like, just... Like, it's apprehensive. Like, pretty apprehensive on that, but... In the end of the day, if you consistently farm out, I mean, it's probably a good thing. That's not bad. You're basically going like 600, 500, 500. So he has a lot of games on 3 accounts that all have decent value. Quirky Yone, Ari, Rise, Jace. Yone, Talia, Jace, Victor. Jace. Yeah. Okay, so the only thing I will say from looking at this is that I do like seeing players, like I don't mind players having multiple accounts, because I mean, yeah, you're gonna have multiple accounts, but also it's like being able to consistently play on one account in Challenger for many games is kind of more worthwhile than just showing that you can level up to a Challenger and then just do a few games and leave. So 8.7, pretty damn good, actually. It's okay. It's very good. It's good to see that. This is not bad. Interesting. He's not too bad. Nas 2K21. He would technically be a prospect, I guess, from what I'm seeing. Played a ton of Ezreal. CS per minute is really good. Very good. For, like, just is that totally a bot? Play some APs, which is, like, already, like, kind of cool to see that. 1,200. It's an okay amount of games. It's not fucking crazy as, like, the first guy, but Corky Varus, it's really kind of weird. To say the least, it's kind of weird. Plays Mage's bot. I don't know, man. That's I don't know what to say about that one. Wildenbrush. Play with Funky. Played mostly with Funky only for 2025, which I mean, yeah. Okay, a bunch of no names. He played in Division 2, so he would also be kind of like a prospect, I guess. 700, 1,000. Well, at least he hit the 1,000 point, right? Pike, Nautilus, bunch of Nico. I would like to see people play more Nico. I don't know if it's just like banned too much, and that's why you just don't get to see it so much, but win rates are pretty good across the board for the most part. Yeah, it's mostly melees. A lot of Pike, which it's kind of like an EU standard. Like you see like a lot of Pike play in EU for solo queue. He did win on it. So the champions he actually did spam quite a bit. He did win on, and he did win a lot on Nico. Wilden. Hey, as a Pike Nico. Always interesting to see that. I think, oh, Habubu. That's the last guy I really don't know. And I haven't covered. Okay, so no age on file, but he's been playing on roster since like for a very long time. So we're gonna say he's basically a veteran. Oh, he had a gap year. Ooh. Ooh, he had a gap year. That's not the most ideal. And the level of teams that he played on were not great either. Holy fuck. Played a lot of fucking solo queue though. Fuck ton of Lee. I mean, the champions are kind of interesting. I mean, it's a really wide mix because he spammed so much. But of course, I mean, he had a gap here. He wasn't doing scrim, so I mean, I'll put him down. It's like an apprehensive just because it's like didn't play in good leagues, didn't win in those bad leagues. With some interesting champs, right? Okay, guys. So we're running the clock a little bit. I was able to cover essentially, and let me move my camera. I was able to cover. Wait, where's this? Okay, I was able to cover like half the teams in both SL and PRM. I think, as you can tell, the most lacking area right now is jungle for these two regions, and that's where you're probably gonna put a lot of focus in LFL for jungle talent. For these two, not so much. For mid lane, it's looking a little dire right now. There's not like a ton of options as you would be interested in. AD carry has a lot of veteran options like that are just kind of sitting in the pool. So for sure, like you're gonna be paying attention to like all regions so far for AD carries. For supports, and this is how it was last time for me as well. And that was like 3 years ago, right? But usually with supports, there's just a very select few to like keep an eye on, and the rest typically don't pan out that well, but you will still watch them just in case, like, you know, you have to go that route. And so far, it's looking a little like that again, which is sad that hasn't really improved. And then for top lane, there's some really interesting young talent, like newbies. So yeah, I would say top, jungle, and AD all look like the most promising and interesting spots. And so far, mid and support are looking a little dire. That's just so. And keep in mind, we're still missing like 4 teams from here, like 4 or 5 teams from here, and like 4 teams from here or something. So we gotta get a little bit more time, but it is always fun doing this. And I'm gonna do NACL too. I'll probably add that as well to this. Actually, should I? Me working in it, I don't necessarily want to put people on the spot, so maybe I won't do that. But yeah, we covered half of SL and half of PR. Thanks for watching, guys, and Happy New Year.